Did you know that it's going to cost you money to sell your house? And I'm not just talking about covering agent commission. There are other fees and costs associated with actually closing the sale of your home. So if you, like most people, are counting every nickel and dime from the sale, you need to watch this video. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erica Monroe. I'm a Bay Area realtor with RE/MAX Gold and I specialize in Solano County. Today we're going to talk about costs associated with selling your home. When you sell your home, the proceeds from your sale go to pay off any existing liens or loans, such as a mortgage. Perhaps you have solar that needs to be paid off prior to closing, prorated property taxes, and agent commissions. But wait, there's more! Traditionally, sellers are also responsible for paying county and city transfer tax fees. Every county in California actually has the same documentary transfer tax or county transfer tax fee, which is 55 cents per every $500 or $1.10 per every $1,000 of purchase price. So as an example, a home selling for $600,000 is going to have a county transfer tax fee of about $660. In addition to county transfer tax fees, some cities also have a city transfer tax. Let's take Solano County. Vallejo happens to be the only city in Solano County that has a transfer tax fee. Lucky us. But it's important to pay attention because it's always more significant than the county transfer tax. So for Vallejo, the transfer tax fee for the city is $3.30 per $1,000 sold. So let's take that same home that was $600,000. You'd be looking at nearly $2,000 in city transfer tax fees. So between county and city fees, you're now looking at $2,600 that you probably did not account for. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed or discouraged by looking at these numbers. We are in the hottest seller's market that we've seen in so long, so if ever a time to have negotiating power to reduce those closing costs and increase your net proceeds, now is the time to sell. The largest component of a seller's closing costs goes to paying the buyer and seller's agent's commissions. This purchase price already includes commissions. Depending on your agent and brokerage, it's roughly 5 to 6% of the purchase price combined for both agents. A potential but not guaranteed closing cost for a seller may be title and escrow fees. In Solano County, it's customary that a buyer pay for title and escrow fees as a part of their closing costs. They have the ability to choose whatever company they'd like to utilize through the transaction. For some neighboring counties, it's customary for buyer and seller to split title and escrow fees, so you can project potentially another $1,000 or $2,000 added to your closing costs. If you happen to be buying or selling in a county outside of Solano, I'd highly recommend checking out Old Republic Title's website, ortconline.com. They have an option on the left-hand side of the webpage that says who pays, and it allows you to plug in the county, the city, and the purchase price to find out traditionally whether the buyer or seller pays for specific fees. It's important to remember that this website highlights what's customary in each county, but that doesn't mean that it's mandated. Everything in the contract is negotiable. Especially in a seller's market like today, there is a good chance that a buyer may offer to pay your county or city transfer tax fees just to enhance their offer and make themselves look that much more attractive. If you live in an HOA community, traditionally the seller also pays for these documents to be provided to the buyer. It's part of the seller disclosures. Again, everything's negotiable, and the buyer in their purchase contract will check whether they are responsible for the fee or whether the seller is. You can of course counter this, but traditionally the seller is responsible for these fees. They can be minimal, they can be a couple $100s, and I've seen them north of $1,000. So check with your HOA on what the cost may be. It's very common for a buyer to request in their purchase contract that a seller pay for a home warranty. It gives the buyer peace of mind, a year's worth of coverage that helps to cover appliances, hot water heater. Should anything go awry, they have an option other than filing a claim. There are a few additional miscellaneous charges, one being a natural hazard disclosure, which is a seller disclosure that we're required to provide to the buyer within 7 days of getting into contract. Generally, price point is between $100 and $130 or so for the report. There are also notary fees and recording fees, which will generally add up to another couple $100. The best way for you to have the most accurate idea of what your net proceeds would be is to email me for a custom net sheet. You can reach me at monroe.erica@gmail.com. I'd be happy to provide my opinion of value for your home, as well as help you itemize your potential closing costs to give you a clear picture of what your net proceeds would be. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.